What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be playing around with Zephon, which is the newest title from the developers of Warhammer 40k Gladius. I enjoyed Gladius quite a lot. I really enjoyed it, in fact. So, having covered that game previously, the developers were super nice folks and fired over this demo that we can check out that's going to give you some early ideas about the game. I haven't played it. We're just going to dive in first impressions. I think actually when it comes to a demo like this, it's a good idea to do something like that just so you can figure out the accessibility of the game and like what the learning curve is going to look like. Coming in completely and totally blind, this may be an absolute 100% terrible idea, but it looks like just about everything when it comes to options is disabled for the demo, so it looks like we just get this little setup right here. So let's give it a go. If after watching this you wanted to check out Zephon,
we were not ready for their divine judgment. We were tested, and almost everyone just failed. Their dark mysticism shattered an era of enlightenment and ushered in the dusk of the 21st century. Billions of lives were lost in a heartbeat, turned to ash, and cast away in the wind. Our soldiers were gone, but our weapons kept fighting, driven by an enigma in the networks. Their surviving forces waged a desperate crusade against the machines. We became bystanders to a relentless war. Now our world is an ever-twisting nightmare. Hellish threats lurk in every whisper and shadow. There is no glory, only survival. Deliver us from this trial. Reclaim our world for mankind.
Okay, you can still sort of feel that Warhammer 40k inside of there. Like, you can tell that they're developers that worked on 40k, and maybe the 40k soaked into their undies like a little tiny bit when they were making this one. If after watching this you wanted to check out Zephon, by all means do that. I got a link for you down below in the description. On top of that, you can also take a look down there for my Twitch stream and for my Discord and all that kind of fun stuff. So it looks like we're going to do the Found City thing. So we've got engineers over here. I'm guessing, yeah, they've got a Found City button right there, just like you would have in something like Civilization. Let's have a look at these little models right here, though. Those look pretty good. They don't look bad. Got a little bit of camera rotation right there. Yeah, textures and models look pretty sick. We can't use WASD to pan the camera around. We can click and drag, though, so I just got to muscle memory train that. If I wanted to make a city right here, can I do that? So it looks like based on what we decide to capture, we're going to get different types of productivity here. So it looks like we've got minerals, we've got chips, and we've got research happening. If I tell these guys to come over here, what if I wanted to capture like this little microchip factory? Yeah, dude, because that's what I want. Is there's like a microchip factory right here, so I want that. So before we can build more buildings, we have to claim new tiles. Okay. So it looks like I've got like a little scout buggy over here too. Outriders are sent. This reveals tiles. Oh, cool. It does like a little scanny boy thing. Nice. Hell yeah. Well, let's move them on out then. And if they've got, what's that? Akavish rig. You can buy and sell hero items at any time at the Concordat. Okay. Apparently I picked up like a hero item or something. These guys have 6 assault rifles. I guess that makes sense because there's like 6 of them. It looks like there's a random human reward over there. Let's send them over this way and see if they get anything. We got 23 influence. We can use it to acquire and maintain city tiles and invoke abilities, recruit and maintain hero units, as well as purchase their items. Nice. You guys... Oh, there's bad guys over here. There's like, what are those? Dude, those are like little... They're like little gyrocopters, man, and they got little wang lasers. Okay, so militants have a weapon with close quarters fire. At range 1, they return double the attack. We can't go over there. Can I overwatch? It looks like I can't overwatch. What's my range look like? It says I'm gonna lose 4 guys if I attack them from right here, but I don't think I have like any further thingies that I can do. All right, so inside the city menu, it looks like we can acquire a tile, and that's pretty much all that we can do. So we may as well acquire something useful. I'm going to go ahead and take that city quarter right there, and then it wants me to choose a research. So they're doing the normal prompting that pretty much every single 4X game does. At Tier 1, we've got more accuracy for our outriders. It looks like we've got more minerals on cliffs. It looks like there's just loads and loads and loads of stuff to pick through here. Let me go ahead and I will go through all of these and figure out what we want to do next. Well, we got fragmentation grenades over here. That feels like it'd probably be useful. We can also lower our production costs for militants and for our missile teams. So if we were going to be infantry focused, that might be where we want to start just to get our production time down a little bit. Let's go with a biomass generator, I guess, because we lucked out and we are in kind of like an Arctic environment, I think, which means that we get bonus electricity for each of those Arctic, I guess, power generators that we have. Let's see what happens on this turn. Oh, they didn't want to fight. Good. I thought these guys were going to get bushwhacked on their opening turn. All right, what are you guys doing over here? You guys want to look around a little bit more? Like, you don't have to do anything too crazy out there, but I do need you guys to kind of like scout out the area and have a look. What's that right there? A random human reward? All right, we'll see if we can grab that. Over here, it looks like there is a cyber cache. Let's see if we can grab that. We got a Chayat Prospect. Don't know what that is, but we can look inside the Concordat and it'll tell us. So this is apparently kind of like some sort of syndicate trading menu that hasn't been explained in the lore of the storyline yet, but we have the ability to trade with people for influence. It seems to be like a universal currency, and there appears to be a neutral party in between all the fighting that's happening that's willing to offer us various things in exchange for our influence. So we got the Akavash rig, nice and early. It says that it's an item that you can put on any unit that increases their movement by 1. Although apparently these are like hero items or something. We also have a Chayat Prospect. Apparently it's just like a laser designation device that you can use to shine at the enemy to blind their weapon systems, I suppose. I think that's pretty much all of our activities for this turn, so let's keep her moving. These guys are still flying around. I sort of feel like if we're going to go after them, we're going to need backup. Let's see if we can surround and pound a little bit over here. Ooh, good sound effects. I like it. I didn't know if they were going to get to counterattack. Some games like this have counterattacks. And so, like, I didn't know if it was going to be like an exchange of fire type deal. Oh! Okay. Apparently, they lasered me, and it really, really hurt. You guys need to come back right now. I wanted to get some combat in so that you guys could see like the battle effects and everything. Normally I wouldn't pick fights this early on in the game, but you know, we are where we are. We could get a barracks. Yeah, I feel like that's probably a strong idea. Research lab, probably a good idea too. Greenhouse farm, also probably not the worst idea. Let's go for the barracks first, and we'll knock that on out. And in a couple of turns, when it's ready to go, we'll be able to put out some infantry and maybe get something done here. It also looks like we've got, what are those guys? Bunch of busters? A bunch of punk-ass busters in my neighborhood? Okay, we're going to roll on them, chat. We're going to ride on them. We'll exit the city, and hopefully... Oh, God! The fire lasers hurt so much. Oh my God, they're coming in from like everywhere. Okay. You guys open fire on them because we get a bonus with these guys for firing from point blank range. Yeah, you go ahead and like let them feel it a little bit heavier too. You guys may want to attack. Let's see here. So hold control for the maximum damage that we can inflict versus the minimal damage. The opponent's attack. I don't know. Open fire on them, bro. Wow, that feels and looks really good. They've just got like a bunch of little pistolas, so they don't really have that much to scare me with. We need to like hold down our territory, though, and put some blappers on these guys. Oh, they ran away. Nice, dude. We effectively protected our borders. This feels really good, dude. Like, the sound effects are nice. The animations are super smooth and seamless when exchanging fire. Like, you can see the bullets actually hit the mobs with tracers and fall down. They put some detail into this compared to a lot of other 4X offerings. The most extreme climates on the planet Earth were packed with extremophile life forms that survived impossible conditions. Our techs found that some life deep in the most toxic swamps and buried under the ice could be used for exponential energy production, like pulling up fossil fuels from the Earth, except the creatures aren't fossils yet. Ugh, so we're just kind of like meat grinding a bunch of critters? Yeah, you guys fall back to our territory real fast. I don't know how hard it is for these guys to heal and replenish, but it does look like they have some kind of replenishment happening. Keep firing on these dudes. Let them have it. Yep, chase them all the way out of the neighborhood. I want them to be combat effective, or ineffective, so I want them to fall back and have to kind of like regroup basically before they become a threat again. The city is building the barracks still, so there's not much we can do over there, but we did get some of our things going on. How much cliffs do we have around here? We've got road, brush, river. Oh, really? We're alongside water. Yeah, so if we capture that tile right there, we might be able to get some kind of fishing or something. Let's get the fragmentation grenades, actually. I think we're going to be infantry focused here, so I think giving ourselves a little extra oomph to bat back at the enemy with might not be the worst idea for preparatory reasons. Looks like we are getting hit back right here. We did catch a little bit of a melee on that side. Unfortunate, but I think we'll be able to do something about it. They just replenished because we're inside our own territory, so I think we'll be okay. Can you fire from there? Let them have it. I like how if you watch the suspension on this little like moon rover right here that we're using as a scout craft, it has hydraulics, so when it goes to fire, it elevates itself, almost like a contract. See that right there? It elevates itself to take the shot to neutralize the enemy's cover. That's really cool. I dig that. Wow. All right, blap them. Yeah, that didn't turn out so great for you nerds, did it? Uh-huh. Oh, dude, I'll roll back over here with everything I got. Tell me I won't. Fire on them. Oh, you didn't get them all. All right. It's fine. I'm not upset with you. You guys did a really good job. You did some solid mechanized armored murder here. We got hand grenades now. That's good. This was a big thing in Gladius, where your individual units would have sort of like these paths of technology, everything from like gas grenades to stuff like that they could use that allowed them to behave a little bit like heroes in something like Warcraft 3 with upgrades. As you can see here, they all have frag grenades now, so they should be able to throw grenades at the enemy and light them up if there's going to be any drama. If anybody wants to have a boo-boo out here, we can give it to them. All right, fall back to the city and protect it, please. We can get a hero, which is kind of cool. I want to see the hero. Let's break the hero out before the end of the video because we only have like, you know, edited 25 minutes here to play around with the game for you guys to see this demo that the developers have so generously sent on over. I don't see a whole lot of drama over here, so we're going to just let it slide for right now and just wait for the barracks to be up and ready to run. But if they decide to push into my territory, they can come and get it. We do have an enemy over here. Okay, let's open on him. Oh. Okay, look at you little guys over here. So, like, what do they do? So it looks like they have 4 grenade launchers. So I'm guessing they overwatched before they sat down right there. I don't know. I'm going to bring my guys back over here. I'm going to bring these guys over to here, too. Fight them from the woods, please. There you go. Very nice. Over here. Nade them. Very nice. Get that XP, boys. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you get that bonus pay right there. Bring me some scalps. That's all that I want out here. This is the post-apocalypse, and we're going to be rolling through the Arctic like Outlander! Outlander! It does look like our barracks is done, which affords us some new opportunities. I would say that spitting out another infantry unit is not the worst idea. We're also a little bit low on power, So I think our next goal would be to drop in a power plant, I guess. And it looks like that shares space over here with the barracks. So yeah, it looks like you get 3 slots per tile. So tiles are not necessarily so easily claimed in this strategy game. Now, unfortunately, these guys over here are taking bleeds turn by turn because they stopped on this little patch of like I don't know if it's supposed to be like Tiberium or what it is, but either way, we need to get out of here. These guys need to pull free. Transports can carry non-large units as cargo to embark. Okay. We've researched our commander. Nice. So we have a biological hero that helps out in combat. And is that built through the city interface? It is. Can I build it independently of my other stuff? I can. Good. So each of these buildings looks like it has its own production. So the construction yard builds stuff. Your barracks can produce units independent of what everything else is doing. You're not stuck on like a singular production per city like you would be in a lot of other 4X games, which I actually kind of dig. That also implies to me... Oh, we got a phone call? Oh, hey, how you doing, girl? So I see you checking out me knife. She's a beaut, isn't she? Me Reavers stole it. Want to see it up close? Not in a stabby way, I promise. I mean, I can't promise I won't ever stab you. World being what it is, chances are you'll be stabbed at some point anyway, so, like, why not by me? Okay. Well, you want to waste more of my time? Do you want to be peaceful? Nah, I didn't survive this long by listening to weaklings. Alright, well, then line up to die then. I don't care. Like, I'm perfectly fine with meat crucifixions leading all the way into my city. I don't mind whatsoever. I hang out with Avik. I was trained to make the finest furniture out of human flesh by one of the masters. Guess what, guys? Tee-hee! Hoist the bodies up on the cross. I get a little crazy when I play post-apocalyptic games, chat. You guys don't, well, maybe you do know that about when I play post-apocalyptic games, I'm like a nut job riding around in a dune buggy, you know, smoking on that guzzling, throwing bladed boomerangs at people. I can't help it. I was raised on Mad Maxwell. Yeah, you guys slide back over this way and just provide like a little bit of backup. We got another research ready to go. I want to try out this fishery, actually, because I want to see if it works. If I put it next to it. It says this tile has a river on it. A river done run through it. Unless there's a river over here somewhere. That's a road, Arctic bush. Okay. I think we're all right on that side. Let's go ahead and end the turn. Fishery wing is done. Good. That was faster than I expected. We're building a power plant, so we got 2 turns till we can really do anything. We still have enough influence to make a move. And I do want that river tile, and it looks like it queues it up afterwards. And then after we queue it up, I was going to go with the fishery, I guess. And I think we were going to put the fishery next to the river, but for now, I think it'll be all right. Do I have any queued orders? There's something that I can pick up over there. I don't know if there's any enemies around. These guys are still healing since the last time we saw them. But units seem to be fairly sturdy in this game if they don't get caught out in some weird position. So we'll just keep the infantry units together as kind of like our rear vanguard, and we'll use this guy as intended to scout as best we can. Oh, the actual background changes too when you go into other biomes. Cool.
This isn't the world I knew.
I would say just kind of like hold your position, guys. What else do we have? Specimens. We've got synthetic printers. Let's lower the production cost from now on. Like that gyrocopter sound. All right, so itinerant recruiters is now done. So our production cost should be faster. Now I've got other scout units that I can send out. Let's go ahead and send these guys out with the buddy system in that direction. We'll send these guys over here. And it looks like we've got some wasteland reavers that were overwatching us for a second. If you can pull back out, I'm fine with that. But since we can't pull out, go ahead and just, you know, put them on notice. Hit them with a little bit of something, something. I don't think they're going to get you. before too long. Like, I think we're going to be okay. Where's our production at? We got 1 turn till a power plant. Got a little bit more time till we pull a few more units out. I think we'll be all right. As far as our research goes, it looks like we are now officially into Tier 2. We've got salvation protocols, which lower our overhead for our infantry units. Apparently, we can get the Whisperer of Gold Rot or Gold Rosh. Ooh, missile teams, though? Anti-armor might not be a bad idea. Oh, it looks like there's going to be like a religious angle to it, too. We're like erecting canticles and stuff right now. Okay. Well, we've got vehicles over here if we go with the automated factory. So maybe we'll give that a rip. Say our little scout's going to get a little bit scuffy boyed here, but he should be all right. Unless somebody else oh, no, dude, don't do that. Yeah, go ahead and pull out. You guys start sweeping back this way. Ooh, simultaneous unit movement too. You know what I like, game. You know what I like. There you go. Get them, boys. The less gyrocopters that are around, the happier I'll be. We're capturing a territory. We've got a hero coming out in 3 turns. Skip the city for now. These guys are all pulling back. They don't want it. All right, good.
Ain't no such thing as safe anymore.
Automated factory is now done. No one in their right mind would allow Reavers inside a city. The bandits' reputation for cruelty and violence is entirely justified, as you've seen in burnt-out farm homesteads and settlements across the land. So you're surprised when a group of citizens is dragged before you accused of supporting and aiding Reavers. Even more surprising, upon investigating the homes, your militants find false walls and floors inside their families bearing the marks of Reavers, the carriage, the manner of speech. They explain that they were Reavers and they've done terrible things, but they want to make a new life, build families and communities, and your citizens believed them and took them in to give them a second chance. Your militants call the citizens fools and urge you to enslave the defectors, but you're not so sure. So there's 3. We can ignore them, we can deport them, or we can enslave them, but there's one down here that I'm assuming is the good one because it costs us something and the rest of these do not. And so maybe we force them to integrate. You order a new district built for the Reavers and assign veterans to mentor every single family, assuring their integration into society. There you go. Just sit minders on top of them, dude. And if there's any issues, just like blindfold them up and take care of it. You know what I mean? Just take them out behind the shed. It'll be fine. You pull back to the main line, please. I just can't lose you, little buggy. You're my little buggy buddy. Oh, yeah. We have officially captured this little area down here. So what I want to do with it is I wanted to put a greenhouse farm over here because, like, we have that research, right? Yeah, so it looks like greenhouse farms get +2 food production when they're next to water. And then on top of that, I can put a river port down here, which will increase our influence. And then from there, I think I have something else that stacks with water, too. So we're in good shape right now with regards to our synergies. Ooh, there's our hero. Does he have a chainsword? He does. These developers definitely, the Warhammer 40K rubbed off on these developers. They're like, well, what if we just have like a, like, what if we have like a chainsword too? Fair enough. You can never have enough chainswords. Chainswords sound awesome. The voice acting's pretty good too. Oh, and he levels up as well. So we've got take cover. So it gives cover damage reduction. We get Never Surrender, which restores morale. We get Aura of Discipline, which gives accuracy to surrounding units. Yeah, let's do that one. That sounds good. But that's about our time with the game, chat. This is Zephon. I'm impressed with it so far. I mean, you can't really tell with these games until you play through to the end game a couple of times, like how the balancing is going to go. And like, I loved Gladius, but Gladius had like its own things going on that could sometimes, like, you know, detract from the experience. I still enjoyed it because like the Warhammer 40K addiction carried, but I am excited. I mean, they did a really good job with Gladius, and this feels really well put together too, but this is just an alpha demo. This is not finalized, so we'll see. We'll check the game out again once it releases. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so that you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block, we were checking out Zephon, which was sent over by the developers. Thank you to those developers for thinking of me when deciding who you wanted to give the game out to. First, I really, really appreciate that. I will see you all next time. Thank you for hanging out with me, and it's time for me to go. Bye, folks.